Our brain waves and what they mean. An overview of our brain waves. Our brain waves are divided into 5 categories according to their frequency. Gamma is 100 to 38 Hertz, which means oscillations per second. Beta, which is 38 till 15 Hertz, so oscillations per second. Alpha, which is 14 till 8 Hertz. Theta, which is 7 to 4 Hertz. And delta, which is 3 to 0.5 Hertz. Contrary to the often used assignment of logical analytical thinking to the left and holistical, intuitive, creative processes to the right hemisphere of the brain, the mind mirror EEG of the most people is almost symmetrical. The frequencies are shown in the mind mirror display from top, so 38 Hz, to bottom, 0.5 Hz. The further out the curve goes, the higher the amplitude, the stronger the brain waves of this frequency are. Gamma waves, 100 to 38 Hz, were last discovered and are still least researched. They are associated with peak performance, strong focusing and concentration, high information flow, mystical and transcendental experiences. Merging experiences, the feeling of universal knowledge and loss of the ego feeling were also observed. Currently, gamma waves in a frequency band around 40 Hz in connection with focused meditation are being researched. A special characteristic is the synchronization of gamma waves over wide areas of the brain. Gamma waves are not easy to identify due to their low amplitude and cannot be displayed in full bandwidth on the mind mirror, EEG. They can appear as a frequency band at the upper edge of the measuring range at 38 Hz. Beta brainwaves, so beta means 38 till 15 Hz, are the brainwaves of normal waking consciousness. Outwardly directed attention, logical testing, beta brainwaves means 38 till 15 Hz are the brainwaves of normal waking consciousness. Outwardly directed attention, logical testing and conscious thinking. The high frequencies of the beta spectrum are particularly observed in the case of inner restlessness, anxiety, stress, and when our inner commentator is active or criticizing. They differ from the low-frequency beta waves of awakened mind, whose thinking is clear, alert, attentive, and creative. Alpha brain waves means 14 till 8 Hz occur in a relaxed and basic posture during daydreaming and visualization, where all sensory qualities are meant here. Some people can, for example, visualize olfactory or tactile sensations much more intensively than inner images. Alpha waves are the gateway to meditation. They are necessarily as a bridge so that information from the theta area can reach our waking consciousness. If we meditate so deeply that we only produce theta and delta waves, but no more alpha waves, we will not be able to remember the contents of the meditation. Alpha is therefore especially important in combination with other brain waves. Theta brain waves, 7 till 4 Hz, are the waves of the subconscious. They occur especially in dreams, REM sleep, in meditation, in summit experience, and during creative states. Our conscious or suppressed mental parts, but also our creativity and spirituality, can be found in the theta area. Pictures from the theta area are often less colorful, sometimes bluish tinted, but usually give us a deeper feeling of personal meaning than the lively, colorful pictures of the alpha waves. Theta waves alone remain unconscious. Only when alpha waves are added, we can consciously perceive or remember their contents. Delta brain waves, 3 till 0.5 Hz, are the brain waves with the lowest frequency and represent the unconscious area. in daydream and dreamless deep sleep, the restful part of sleep, we exclusively produce delta waves, but they also occur in combination with other brain waves. Then they correspond to an intuitive attention, kind of radar and empathy, or then they correspond to an intuitive attention, a kind of a radar, and empathy for situations or other people. Often people from helping professions have a high percentage of delta, as do people with traumatic experiences who live in a state of constant vigilance. You might have noticed that I used some terms like unconscious and subconscious, which I used synonymously because they were close together in that area of content. Both areas are usually not conscious, and they are not as close to consciousness as a telephone number that we normally remember, but which does not occur to us right now. One could also differentiate between the two terms in such a way that the subconscious means the unconscious area of one's own personality, theta, and the unconscious goes beyond us and also includes the collective consciousness, according to C.G. Jung, and also transpersonal aspects, as the delta shows. So, brain waves and what they mean, part 2. The mixture makes a difference. Every state of consciousness develops from the building blocks beta, alpha, theta, and delta waves. The role of gamma waves is currently the subject of intensive research. However, we rarely produce a single category of brain waves, but our consciousness is mostly based on a combination, a symphony of different brain waves. Awake state brain waves, so normal awake state, called also waking sleep, where the beta waves alone or in combination with delta waves appear, creating a clock glass pattern. Note that the amplitude is greatest in the highest frequency ranges. For example, the curve opens upwards. This form of beta differs from the low frequency beta waves of awakened mind. Meditation or brainwave meditation. A combination of alpha and theta waves, without beta and with or without delta waves. Both alpha and theta waves are necessary. If alpha is missing, we are no longer conscious of meditation. If theta is missing, we experience a living imagination, but without depth, insight, or inner meaning. Awakened mind brainwaves, so the awakened mind. If you adapt low-frequency beta waves to the meditation pattern, you are producing the awakened mind pattern called by Maxwell Kate. Then you will have the intuition of the delta waves, the creative inspiration, personal insight, and spiritual awareness of the theta waves, the relaxed, detached awareness of the alpha waves, and the ability to consciously process thoughts, all at the same time. The awakened mind has nothing to do with enlightenment. Many people can produce it, at least temporarily or in special situations. Anna Weiss and Maxwell Kate found that in this state information can flow freely between all levels of consciousness. Our consciousness becomes clearer, faster, more flexible and original. Deep insights and aha experiences are possible. The awakened mind is the key to our creativity and connects the different levels of our personality. Therefore, the term high performance mind or flow state would be more appropriate from today's point of view. The awakened mind is not only the pattern of the yogis, but also typical for preschool children. It is not long after the beginning of school that the high frequency beta, typical for adults, slowly sets in, while the development of the other brain waves decreases. So, and which brain waves are the best now? According to Anna Weiss, the decisive factor is not that we spend our whole life in an awakened mind, but mental flexibility. For example, the ability to change our state of consciousness. For example, our brain wave pattern, according to our wishes and requirements. So that is our choice. You can also distinguish between the state and the content of your consciousness. The state, for example, the awakened mind, is the basis, so to speak, the hardware on which we can work on certain contents like creativity, professional decisions, health, spiritual growth, and much more. The software. But content and condition can influence each other. Is the awakened mind trainable? Definitely yes. If you want to research that, I recommend the writings of Anna Wise and also of Maxwell Cade. I hope that was beneficial for you. I would be happy if you could write in the comments your experiences with certain brainwaves. Have you experienced the so-called awakened mind? Have you maybe experienced certain brainwaves in meditation? I would be really happy if you could share this experience, because I'm convinced that it also helps others. Thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.